Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to my kitchen. I've got another delicious recipe for you to try. If you're new, hit subscribe to stay up to date with new recipes every week. Naan bread is basically a flat bread and has been around since the 1800s from Persia. It's a must with curries, gravies and soups. There are lots of ways to make naan bread, but you will find this one easy to follow, so give it a go. If you like this, please do give me a thumbs up, and with that being said, let's get started. The ingredients that you will need are 2.5 to 3 cups of strong white flour, half a cup of warm water, half a cup of yogurt, 7 grams of dry yeast, salt to taste, 3 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 tablespoon of oil, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and for garnishing I have 1 teaspoon of poppy seeds and fresh coriander leaves. You can also add sesame seeds if you like, or Nigella seeds, or you can just leave it plain. So in the water I'm just going to add in the sugar and the yeast. I'm just going to mix that up. I'm going to leave this aside for about 10 minutes until it becomes a bit foamy. The yeast is ready and it will look something like this. And in our flour we're just going to make a little well in the middle, and then we're going to add in the yogurt and salt and the oil. And we're just going to add the yeast mixture bit by bit. And then we're going to mix this. And we're going to make a dough. I'm going to add some more. Now you can use a machine with a hook, with a dough hook on, or you can use a wooden spoon, but then we will be using our hands to knead the dough properly. I find it's a good idea to keep a tea towel underneath so the bowl doesn't slip about as you work with the dough. So now I am going to use my hands. I'm just going to get a little bit of flour on my hands. And if you find it easier, you can work straight off your worktop. Just make sure that it's clean and just sprinkle some flour and then just knead this for a good 5 to 10 minutes. A good way to do it is to push it forward, bring it back. Push it forward, bring it back, and you'll soon get the hang of it. Right, there you go. So that took me around about 10 minutes, and now I'm going to leave this dough to rise for about an hour. So I'm just going to spray some oil in my bowl, and I'm just going to put that in there. I'm going to cover it and we're going to let that rise in a warm place. For example, a warm oven will be great. It's a good idea to have your oven on preheat, and I've preheated the oven to 250 degrees. You can also use a skillet, which some people do, but I find it easier to bake in the oven. Okay, so now we're just going to knead the dough a bit more. Just put some flour on your surface and just knead it. And it should be a nice soft dough. And then it all depends on what size you want. So now we're going to roll them. Now it doesn't have to be an exact shape or a round shape. It can be in a teardrop shape. You know, some people they prefer to just use their hands and shape it out into a round shape, but it is quite stretchy. It does stretch back, or you can just use a rolling pin. So I'm just going to take the dough, dip it in the flour. I'm going to use my rolling pin, and I'm just going to roll it into like an oval shape. Just have a little bit of patience with it. It does get a bit sticky sometimes and it does stretch back. Just add a bit more flour. And if it does start sticky, just put a bit of flour on your rolling pin as well. Go. And we're just going to place them on our tray like that, and then we're going to move on to our next one. And the final step is we're going to brush some butter over, and you can also use ghee if you want. And then we're just going to sprinkle the poppy seeds on top. And now we're ready to put them in the oven. And we're going to leave them in there for about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so these are done and the kitchen is smelling lovely right now. They look awesome. And we're just going to drizzle a bit more butter on top. And we're going to finish this off with some fresh coriander. There you go, all done. These go great with curries, kebabs and grilled food. Try it out, let me know what you think in the comments below. You can even tag me in a picture. If you enjoy this, please do leave me a thumbs up. And to see more delicious recipes, do subscribe. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.